Hi everyone, Teresa here with Race to Zero Waste. We're a California-based nonprofit environmental organization, and we're really happy to be part of this virtual conference. Next slide. Our motto is sustainability in action. Oh, what does that mean, right? Well, what we like to do and what this presentation is focused on today is hands-on engaging the public in zero waste education, like physically being there on the ground. Next slide. So our organization, like many, have pivoted during the pandemic. And this picture here shows one of our zero waste station pop-ups that we've developed here in San Francisco. And what we want to do is create this model and be able to have this more on a national or a global scale. So that's Maria right there, our director of communications. She's actually in the zero waste station, and this is at a beach cleanup. And so what we've been doing is actually working at Ocean Beach and having our station pop-ups once a month. And what's really neat about this is that folks that physically collect the items from the beach cleanup have a place to recycle their waste, compost, and even final disposal of it. And so the lady going up to the booth is actually going to be physically sorting. And that's another great addition to this, is that it really, it breaks up the contact between the person, the zero waste specialist or volunteer, and the passerby or the attendee of the event. And what we really like that is it lessens the contact of, the physical space, keeping that distance between both parties. It also acts as a place where folks can get educated if they want to know more. And last but not least, we're actually creating a fourth bin from this model. So part of what we're doing and we're piloting right now is a donation drive. So we're partnering with other community-based nonprofits in San Francisco where we're able to physically take in, say, sleeping bags, chargers, other items for one organization we're partnering with called Project Homeless Connect. But we're hoping to expand the model to do more zero waste public education and public spaces such as farmers markets. And then at one of our larger projects that we work May all the way through October, every single weekend and major holiday in San Francisco, we have three of these stations set up. But the really cool thing is that we are able to, what we're looking into is working with a company that we're going to be a collection point or hub for durables or reusables. And the name of that company is Dispatch Goods. So I recommend, if you're really into looking into durables for your municipality, they may be a good option for you. Next slide. So again, highlighting our public zero waste education through the pandemic, we've really been able to work through that. And I know it's been really difficult for folks. And so right there, you can see she's educating the person coming up that can actually is recyclable, but they still have that distance. They're still wearing masks, but they can still communicate and learn more. Next slide, please. And that's the benefit, is people are able to pause and sort their waste. And that's part of what the zero waste station pop-up model is. Really happy that we received a grant. We start July 1st of this year for 2 years with the San Francisco environment. So yay. So we're able to expand this model throughout San Francisco. And then we're also, next slide, please. We'll be able to do more data collection with this. And so one of the things, as you can see here, the gentleman at the top is actually taking the waste from a beach cleanup and seeing what is really found out there. We need to know that so we can, we're really going to be ramping up a PR campaign based on specific items and through our Zero Waste Action Hour events on a quarterly basis and through our social media sites to say, what is the number one thing we found out there at that beach cleanup in that particular month and let people know that, you know, there's alternatives around that. At the bottom there, it shows actually a group of youth. Yay, youth, we need our youth, right? And that's the next generation that we're training at our zero waste station pop-ups, and they're conducting a waste characterization study. So we can do that all under one zero waste station. Next slide. That's a YouTube video, and if you go to racetozerowaste.org, you can learn more about our organization, but also there's this really neat video. We're working with a videographer to really tell our story and tell how we've pivoted, and also tell and educate folks on, you know, how they can create one of these station pop-ups. And the Zero Waste Action Hour, we were just so elated last year when we were able to participate with Rodrigo Sabante and his daughter at one of our Zero Waste Action Hours. And he talked about how during the pandemic, they were composting in their apartment, and it spread, and they did videos and they talked about it, and they even made it into Biocycle magazine. So we love our friends at Zero Waste Brazil. Next slide, please. And that's just an example at Dolores Park in San Francisco of a complete setup. Again, we do this, we're actually going to be out there. It's every Saturday, Sunday, and major holiday. And we work with the local franchise hauler, Recology, to physically collect and then put the materials in the correct bin, and they collect. And it's a partnership between San Francisco Rec and Park and a larger overall campaign to combat litter in the park called Love Dolores. So it's the Love Dolores campaign. And we've been doing it for the past couple years. And when the pandemic hit, we didn't start until the end of June. But they put these social distancing rings out at the park. Now those have been lifted and removed. So we're really interested to see what the next few weeks and when people really start going to the park more. Our focus right now is public zero waste education. So we're hoping to be more in parks in San Francisco. And like I said, the Golden Gate Park and places like that. These are drop-off points for reuse. And the further outlook is to create these zero waste kits. So part of the grant will, the last quarter in 2022, we're hopeful that we'll be able to work with organizations that are watching this like yourself, and other community-based organizations to, it's a very simple setup, right? It's 3 bins. Maybe some municipalities are, they're not quite there with collecting commercial compost, but maybe there's other things like collection drives and things that Race to Zero Waste would really love to help your organization work to get more of these, like I said, on a national, global scale. Next slide. So really in conclusion, I love this picture. It's showing the youth and how, you know, you can see that in the green bin there, that's all the compostable that is source separated. The middle is the black bin from a beach cleanup. And then the far right on my side, far right, is the recyclables. So it goes greater, I feel like, deeper than just, you know, making sure what goes where and where things physically go. But it goes deeper into the data collection points, to the public education, and our organization really pivoting during a tough time, which I know a lot of organizations out there, or honestly, and even ours, are still struggling with, but we are happy to be able to do this. And really in conclusion, we want to say that this is guiding participants to physically sort their waste, and really through hands-on education. And that's what is the heart of Race to Zero Waste. Our mission is to reduce single-use disposables downstream, but we want to utilize these zero waste station pop-ups to really get at the heart of what our organization is, and that's sustainability in action. Next slide. Any questions, feel free to email myself directly, Teresa at racetozerowaste.org, or if you have general information, you can also email us at admin@racetozerowaste.org. And of course, follow us on all of our social media handles, especially YouTube, as we're creating more of the social media PR campaign of hard to recycle items and things that we can really do to help lessen burden public space, trash and recycling, and beach while doing it at beach cleanup. So I thank you for your time and have a good day, everyone.